Nobody? I didn't think so. So for the past 4 years, me and my brother have been going all over the country, showing every sort of livestock possible. This has taken us to Louisville, Kentucky, to some of the places in the South, to some northern shows in Washington, Oregon, and all over the West Coast, to state fairs, county fairs, basically any place we could get. So today, I'm going to introduce to you something probably none of you know how to do, fitting market lambs. Fitting market lambs is an important part of any county fair or livestock show. It's the process of basically cleaning your animal and fitting or like blowing up their hair and making them look more presentable. So to fit a lamb, you're going to need a few things. First thing you're going to need is clippers. These are mechanical clippers, and they have this thing called a surgical blade, or we call them slick shear head. And basically what that allows you to do is shear the wool all the way down to the skin of the lamb. And that allows the judge to see what parts of the lamb are filled out with muscle, what are kind of lacking in some areas, which allows the judge's job to be a little bit easier. The other thing you're going to need is clipper oil. It basically lubricates the clipper head. You're going to need a pair of hand shears. It's basically the non-mechanical version of the clippers I just showed you. Tail adhesive. They also call it leg adhesive. It's going to be used when we are fitting the legs of the lamb. Poodle comb or card comb. That's going to also be used on the legs of the lamb. Black leg dye. That'll also be used on the legs of the lamb. A livestock blow dryer. It's basically like an amped up hair dryer. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to wash your lamb. Before doing anything, before shearing, you're going to wash them. To do this, you're just going to use basically livestock shampoo. You're going to wash them out. Jill Johnson, the author of Fitting to Win, which is an article that I looked up, suggests washing your lamb 24 to 48 hours before the show. And washing, what it does is it cleans out the natural oil, lanolin, which sheep produce. It's basically the natural oil that keeps their hair moisturized. This will make slick shearing much easier. Your clippers aren't going to get kind of gummed up when you're working with the shears. So after washing, you need to remember, though, that this natural oil that you've taken off the lamb needs to be added back. So a guide through North Dakota State University cites that you need to add moisturizer back. This can come in the form of a diluted solution of basically normal hair conditioner and water, and that adds the moisturizer back to the lamb's skin so that their hair does not become dry and start to crack and fall out. So after washing your lamb, you're going to take this hair blow dryer and you're going to blow out your lamb. So what this basically does, it dries them out, blows out any other dust out of the lamb, and gets you ready to shear. So now you're ready for shearing. How you're going to start is in this picture, you see that there's a number 1. You're going to take your shears and you're going to shear up from the base of the leg all the way up to the shoulder and over the top of your lamb. This will give you kind of a perpendicular line to your lamb's back, and that'll allow us later to create a top line or their backbone so they look flat all the way across the top. So after this, you're going to continue. You're going to do another cut all the way up and over the back. Then you're going to start on the back. It's important to keep all of the cuts on the wool very clean cut and kind of the same length. If you kind of have ripples in the lamb's wool, it'll not look slick like we want. So after you clip them, they should look something like these do, kind of slick shorn and have very short wool. So our next step is going to be moving on to our legs. So here we see a finished pair of legs. So to get this, what we've done is we've taken that tail adhesive and the curry comb or carding comb, and we've brushed and combed the leg hair of this lamb up while spraying that tail adhesive into the legs. This allows the legs to stand up. From there, that allows our legs to look a little bit blockier, a little bit more full, because lambs have very kind of thin legs, and this gives the optical illusion to the judge that our legs are a little bit bigger. From what a North Carolina State article says, from the rear, the leg should look linear with the hock. The hock is that kind of like elbow portion of the lamb's leg, and that allows us to kind of have this block where the leg works its way into the elbow of the lamb's or hock and into the flank of the lamb. That allows it to kind of look smoother, and it gives the optical illusion that your lamb is a little bit fuller than he really is. So at this point, after you fit the legs, you're pretty much done. You can clean up the legs, make them look blocked out as much as you want, and you're ready for the show ring. So I hope one day, maybe some of you will use this, probably not, but now you know how to fit a market lamb in some way where you know how it works.